Ooh. Don't need to be that close to my doorway. Hello ladies and gents and everything in between outside of it. I'm Sophia and welcome back to a new video. Today we're doing something that we all know, we're all familiar with. It's comfortable. We're doing a what I read in January and my February TBR. So it's already the 3rd of February when I'm filming this. So in January I did my readathon again, a little 1-year celebration. And yeah, so that was really fun, but that definitely helped getting my books up because it was really slow. It was like, I think 20 days into January and I had only read it and like finished one book. So I have my laptop with all the books that I've read in the ratings and what I thought of them. So I'm just gonna put that over here in case I need to do a little peek. So the first book that I read in January was Killjoy. So I actually did finish this before the readathon. I wanted to start off the year and the month with just a quick little short read, and it actually took me a while to get through this. I think it took me like a whole week to read this, though it's not that bad. And the font is massive, by the way. Like, I know a week is not bad, but for such a short book, I don't know, I just had to get back into reading after not reading a lot during the holidays, because that definitely messed with me, because I had to get back in the rhythm of also like fitting reading into school and my videos into school rather than just uploading them whenever I can and filming whenever I can during the holidays, because that's what I love about the holidays. I can just film whatever I want and it'll probably turn out fine. I actually made notes this time, so this actually might be a more in-depth review, guys. So yeah, it's like, so basically this is the prequel to the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. And in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, we're obviously investigating a real murder that happened. Obviously not real in our worlds, but in this world. This book is more like, it's like a murder mystery dinner. And the mystery we're finding out is not an actual mystery, because I thought it might be like that. I thought, oh, maybe we're investigating a murder that actually happened and they're going to find out that actually happened through this book, but no. But it does give you a really good insight of the main character and kind of how she operates and how she always thinks deeper and how smart she is. You don't necessarily have to read it before you read the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, but it's fun. It's just a nice read to have, and I liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I don't know, I never really know what to rate novellas because you don't have the whole thing. I mean, you do, but you don't. It's difficult. At some points, I was genuinely pissing myself. Like, there's one point I was reading at night and I stopped reading because I was getting a little creeped out, but it was all fine, but I was a little creeped out, not gonna lie. Then the second book that I read, I did actually finish this in my readathon. So all of the books that I'm going to be talking about now, I finished in my readathon. So then I read Booked on a Feeling, and I found out that this is like a series, like not like the world, but like the author has like a series. So I think I'm gonna get the rest because I got this at the Works for like £2. So, and I really like the writing style, and I don't know, I just really liked it. So I think I'm gonna get more from the author of J.C. Lee. This was such a cute little romance, and it's basically about this lawyer, and she's kind of just fed up with her job, and she just needs a break. She's been working non-stop, like her parents want so much from her, and she's just like dying, like she can't do this anymore. So she has decided to take a 3-week holiday to the town where her childhood best friend lives. And they have like kept in contact, but like they can barely see each other or really like talk a lot because they live so far away. So she decides to spend her 3 weeks there, and I think you can do the math. Yeah, it's a little childhood best friends to lovers. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was a bit insane, but it is really cute. But what did bother me about this book, and I said this in my readathon as well, so what I didn't love about this book, so there's a lot of sexual tension throughout the entire book. And then when you think they're finally gonna get into it, and you get a little taste, and then it's literally like they're about to get into it, and then it's like the morning after I had such a great night. Why can't you tell us that great night? There's still enough to give you a little taste, and I think if you're definitely not like super into smut, but you like just a little taste, but you don't want it to get too graphic, this is for you. But if you read dark romance, this is going to be a little Mm. But yeah, I did still give this a 3.75 because how I got so quickly into the book, and when I was in, I was just completely in, and I liked all the characters, and it just gave me this warm fuzzy feeling inside that I hadn't gotten from a book in like a while, and it was just like that easy, short, cute romance. The next book I read on my Kindle, and that is Don't Overthink It. Okay, so if you've watched my readathon, you know this, but basically I was looking for like a little dirty book because I was gonna fall asleep otherwise, and I need something to keep me up. I was like looking, so I didn't actually include this in my readathon, but I was looking through like this author that I read before, and I was looking at a few of her books, and this one sounded like most interesting, and this one actually had a lot of plots. There was a lot of plot. There was a lot going on. For like a literal, I think it was a 120-page book, there was a lot going on. So that was a little shocking, but honestly, I did quite like it. Like, it was entertaining. I had fun. Obviously, you can't go that in depth when it's just a short novella with characters that we won't see again. By the way, I gave Don't Overthink It a 2.5. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. 2.5. Then the next book that I read was Fucked Right. So, I'm just getting that out there. But this is part of a series, and when I finished the second part, I saw that there was going to be a third one coming out, so I decided to read that during my readathon. This one was like only like 80 pages, and the last chapter is actually a little extra chapter, bonus chapter from the book, from the couple in book 2. And basically the whole series kind of like it's about guys not knowing how to please women, and the girl in the story teaching them how to please women, basically. And every single book, they all had a genuine connection. Like, it wasn't like, I meet you, you meet me, and we're gonna get down to it right now. No, like, you could tell that they actually liked each other and that they weren't just doing that for that. And the first book was definitely my favorite, but I would definitely eat up another 10 of them. But yeah, no, I eat them up every time, and they're so nice, and it's just like, I wish there were more. Yeah, no, I did actually really like it, and I just gave it a solid 3 stars. The next book that I read was The Hand on the Wall. So this is the last book in the Truly Devious series. So there are other Truly Devious mysteries, but this is the last and final one of the whole complete series. So in my readathon, I read this when it was late at night, and I finished it kind of the day after when, you know, I was a bit more awake. And what I do find a bit sad is I feel like because I was so tired, I couldn't fully enjoy this, but I did kind of feel what I felt in the other 2 books. That starts off quite slow, and then it builds up, and then the end is really, really exciting. But sometimes there's just like a bit too much going on, you know? But I liked the twist at the end, and it was really interesting, but it just took me a while, and it was just not great for when I was so tired. And I don't know, I don't want to say that I feel like it's dragged out, because I was thinking like you could not finish all of 3. You could not fit all the 3 books into one book. I don't know, maybe it was because I was tired, but I was enjoying it, but it wasn't like crazy enjoying it. I hate to say negative things about books if you can't tell. I'm not saying don't read the series, because I did actually quite like this. I just like the characters. I think I honestly read the book more for the characters than actually wanting to find out who did it, because I remember picking this up and I was like, I don't really care. Yeah, I gave this a 3.5. I might change that. I'll see. Then the next book was actually an audiobook I listened to, and that was Better Than the Movies. So I started this before my readathon, and I kind of just like took it over into my readathon. I did like the book, but I had it on my Kindle as well, on Kindle Unlimited, and I got into it while in the car to England, but I don't know, I just never really picked it up again. Honestly, I couldn't be bothered. I don't know. It just took me like a really long time to get into it, and I feel like that was a bit disappointing. But like literally the second that I did get into it, which actually with the audiobook it didn't take that long, I was invested. I was like, where is this going? I need to know, like, hello. And then of course the ending, it was super cute, and like, I don't know, at some points I genuinely did want to cry because it was so sweet, and some things were actually really sad, and then I was like, I can't do this, I can't do this anymore, like, you know? I think it's just something you should read. I don't think it's my favorite book I've ever read. And then the last book, and honestly this was a banger a banger. It was my favorite book that I read in the entire month, and that was Brutal Prince. Jesus Christ, I should have listened to everyone on the entire internet when they said that this was a good book, because I put it off for so long, and I literally had it downloaded on my Kindle, but I was like, no, I'll wait, I'll read it then, I'll read it next time, Finally I decided to pick it up at the end of my readathon, and I swear to God, I ate that shit up. I was forgetting on how many pages I was. I didn't even care on how many pages I was eating it up. Like, I was genuinely just living in that world, and I can't remember everything so perfectly. I really loved it. It was genuinely a really good story, and I really downloaded the next book in the series because I know I'm gonna read that. Yeah, I thought the characters were really likable. It is a mafia romance, but yeah, I really liked it. Those were all the books that I read in January. Now we're gonna move on to my February TBR. I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly because actually all of them are pretty self-explanatory. I want to finish the Twisted series, and you're like, Sophia, why the fuck would you do that in 1 month? Why don't you want to slowly eat this up? And I was like, babe, I know the second I finish Twisted Games, I'm gonna want to read Twisted Hate. And when I read Twisted Hate, I want to read Twisted Lies. Even though these two are chunks, I don't care. And I'm planning to film a readathon on finishing the Twisted series, and I am gonna do a spoiler-free reading vlog with a little spoiler bit at the end, so I can still like share my thoughts, because it's obviously going to be difficult because it's a series. I actually did already start Twisted Games like yesterday. I'm on page 50, but it's so good. And there was like a little mention of Twisted Love, like the storyline of Twisted Love, and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I definitely recommend Twisted Love, and I think you should start this series. But yeah, this was all quite self-explanatory. The next book that I want to read is A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. So I got this for Christmas, and I still haven't read it, and I've been so excited to read this, and I think I should just get to it. I think the size of it is what intimidates me. I just feel like I should read it, like right now. Like, I'm really tempted to start it. What's the first line? There's a playlist? Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me? Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me. So this is one song, Are You in the Mood by Bay Fraction, and that was like literally my favorite song in 2021, like summer. Genuinely, I think it was in my Spotify Wrapped. It's such a good song. It's this one. Please, for the love of God, listen to it. It's my bae. It's so good. Oh, this has just gotten me 10 times more excited for this book, but I just feel like I have to read it. But I have a question for you guys. Would you want me to do a reading vlog on this when I do read it? Because I've heard something about the lollipop scene. I don't even know what that is, but I might need to stop this video to read this right now. Sorry. Then another book that I want to read in February is Exiles. So I got this book actually from my boyfriend's dad, and I started it. I'm on page like 40. That's a lie. I'm on page 24. And the thing is, I don't know, like the writing style is a bit difficult for me. I'm a bit struggling, just a bit. But yesterday the audiobook version of this came out on Audible, so I am gonna invest in that because I feel like that's definitely gonna help me start up with this book and just kind of get through it, so that at least when I'm kind of like into it, I can always just pick it up like physically. And then the last book that I want to read in February is Stolen Heir, and this is the second part of the Brutal Prince series. Well, it's actually called Brutal Birthright series, but it's the second part of Brutal Prince, and that one's also pretty self-explanatory. That was all. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was very simple. It was very average, just a simple little what I read in TBR, but I hope you liked it. Yeah, if you're still watching, comment this emoji, and I will see you